Sonic Youth is a band that paved the way for the sound I love. They were basically melancholy punk rock. I hear their influence in The Strokes, Foo Fighters, and basically a lot of my favorite bands. So this was a fun band to try. Let's see what little mess I created. I went for a drum beat at 151 BPM. That's essentially where I like to live tempo-wise, so it was pretty sweet that this general speed seems to be their forte. For the main riff, I went with a super simple two-note thing that is colored by different root notes. That seems to be what they do. Something fairly simple, not too complicated. It's basically different chord voicings that make it all interesting. After that, I went with power chordy things that drive the song forward in a somewhat aggressive, yet sad boy manner. I went with the old school punk amp for a sloppy underground sound. The second guitar adds to complement the other with root notes or fiddly bits. The bass is pretty straightforward except with some flair here and there. That's usually just how I do bass anyway. You know, sometimes I like to mix it up though. I'll give myself some credit. Their lyrics are written in a very poetic, not so straightforward way, so I felt I was free to do what I wanted. I just described a dream I had had the night before I wrote this song. So it's nice and convoluted, but, you know, I like it. Thurston Moore, who I very vaguely tried to sing like, sings in a lowish register, so I tried to stick there for the most part. And that's all she wrote. If you think you have figured out Sonic Youth in some way, leave it in the comments. Tell me what I did wrong or what I could do better. For most of these bands, I see myself doing a part 2 sometime in the future, just because, you know, one song can't encapsulate a band's entire sound more often than not. So yeah, do that. This song was fun to do, regardless of whether I got it right or not. I think I got pretty close. Making a song that sounds inspired by them, at least. Enjoy, folks. the day conniving, going on like we had a plan. Wasn't the only one in costume, though I can't recall what she had worn. Before that we sat separately, but I drew closer to her chair. Her name was Megan, but she wasn't. There was a second, she wasn't violent. Her name was Megan, but she wasn't. In the backseat, she wasn't violent. Hello. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that song. I really like that song. No matter what, I think it's an enjoyable little ditty. I'm trying to think of other things to do on this channel. If any of you have suggestions on what you would like to see me do or try or whatever, just let me know. I find myself at a loss a lot of the time of what else I can do. Yeah, so just comment those down below. Thank you to those who left very nice comments on my last video. You know, I was in a little funk, but your comments made me realize that there are people in the world that appreciate me, and that's nice, and it's strange, but, you know, I welcome that feeling. Thank you all. I love you all.
Safe travels.